day to cheer and nights dank dew to dry, I must have filled this osier cage of ours with baleful weeds, precious juiced flowers. Now the earth, that's nature's mother, is her tomb. And what is her burying grave? That is her womb. And from her womb, children of divers kinds we sucking on her natural bosom find. Many for many virtues excellent, none but for some, and yet all different. Oh, mickle is the powerful grace that lies in plants, herbs, stones, and their true qualities. For naught so vile that on the earth doth live, but to the earth some special good doth give. Nor aught so good, but strained from that fair use, revolts from true birth, stumbling on abuse. Virtue itself turns vice, being misapplied, and vice, sometimes by action, dignified. Within the infant rind of this weak flower, poison hath residence and medicine power. For this being smelt, with that part cheers each part. Being tasted, stays all senses with the heart. Two such supposed kings encamp them still in man, as well as herbs, grace, and rude will. And where the worser is predominant, full soon the canker death eats up that plant.
Goodbye, father!
Benedicity, what early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Young son, it argues a distempered head so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Care keeps his watch at every old man's eye, and where care lodges sleep will never lie. But where unbruised youth with unstuffed brain doth couch his limbs, their golden sleep doth reign. Therefore thy ailiness doth be assured thou art uprised with some distemperature. Or if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
The last is true, the sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin, wast thou with Rosaline?
With Rosaline, my ghostly father? No, I have forgot that name, and that name's woe.
That's my good son, but where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee ere thou ask it me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy, where on a sudden one hath wounded me that's by me wounded. Both thy remedies within thy help and holy physic lies. I bear no hatred, blessed man, for lo my intercession likewise steads my foe.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine, and both combined. Save what thou must combine by holy marriage. When and where and how we met, we wooed and made exchange of vow, I'll tell thee as we pass. But this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Oh, listen, Francis, what a change is here. Is Rosaline, whom thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love then lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Gee, Shiberia, what a deal of brine hath washed thy sallow cheeks for Rosaline. How much salt water thrown away in waste, to season love that Ovid doth not taste. The sun not yet thy sighs from heaven clears. Thy old groans yet ring in mine ancient ears. Lo, here upon thy cheek the stain doth sit of an old tear that is not washed off yet. If e'er thou wast thyself, and these woes thine, thou and these woes were all for Rosaline. And art thou changed, pronounce this sentence then. Women may fall when there's no strength in men.
Thou chidst me oft for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving, pupil mine.
And badst me bury love.
Not in the grave to lay one in, another out to have.
I pray thee chide me not. Her I love now, and doth grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
Oh, she knew well thou love did read by rotes that could not spell. But come, young waverer, come go with me. In one respect I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Oh, let us hence! I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his father's. I spoke with his man.
That same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline, torments him so that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsman to old Capulet, hath sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write may answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer the letter's master, how he dares being dead.
And as poor Romeo, he's already dead. Stabbed with a white wench's black eye, run through the ear with a love song. The very pin of his heart cleft by the blind bow-boy's butt shaft. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why, what is Tybalt?
More than Prince of Cats, I can tell you. Oh, he's a courageous captain of compliments. He fights, as you sing prick song, keeps time, distance, and proportion. He rests, his minion rests, 1, 2, the third in your bosom. The very butcher of a silk button. A duelist, a gentleman of the very first house of the first and second course. The immortal passado, the punto reverso, the high.
The what?
The pox. On such antic, lisping, affecting fantasticos, these new tuners of accent. By Jesu, a very good blade, a very tall man, a very good whore. Ah. Why, is this not a lamentable thing, grandsire, that we should be thus afflicted by these strange flies, these fashion-mongers, these pardon-me's who stand so much upon the new form they cannot sit at ease on the old bench. Oh, their bones, their bones. Ha.
Here comes Romeo. Here comes Romeo.
Ah, without his roe like a dried herring. Oh, flesh, flesh, how art thou fishified? Now is he for the numbers that Petrarch flowed in. Laura to his lady was a kitchen wench. Marry, she had a better love to berhyme her. Dido, a dowdy, Cleopatra, a gypsy, Helen, hero, Hildings and harlots, Thisbe, a grey eye also, but that's not to the purpose. Signor Romeo, bonjour! There's a French salutation for your French slop. You gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morning to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir. The slip. Can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio, my business was great. And in such a case as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
That's as much as to say such a case of yours constrains a man to bow in the hand.
Meaning to curtsy?
That's most kindly hit it.
A most courteous exposition.
Nay, I am the very pink of courtesy.
Big for flower?
Right.
Why, then is my pump well flowered?
Oh, sure wit. Follow me this jest now till thou hast worn out thy pump, that when the single soul of it is worn, the jest may remain after the wearing solely singular.
Oh, single-souled jest, solely singular for the singleness.
Come between us, good Benvolio, my wits faint.
Swits and spurs, or I'll cry a match.
Nay, if our wits two were to run the wild goose chase, I am done. But thou hast more of the wild goose in one of thy wits than I have in, I am sure, in my whole 5. Was I with you there for the goose?
I was never with me for anything when I was not there for the goose.
Oh, bite thee by the ear for that.
Nay, good goose, bite not.
Ah, thy wit is a very bitter sweeting. 'Tis a most sharp sauce.
And then is it not then well served into a sweet goose?
Oh, it's a wit of Cheverel that stretches from an inch narrow to an ell broad.
I'll stretch it out for that word broad, which added to the goose proves thee far and wide a broad goose.
Why, is this not better now than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable. Now art thou Romeo. Now art thou what thou art, by art as well as by nature. For this drivelling love is like some great natural that runs lolling up and down to hide his bauble in a hole.
Oh, stop there, stop
How
there.
desirous me to stop my tail against the hair.
Thou wouldst else have made thy tail large.
Oh, thou art deceived. I would have made it short, for I was come to the whole depth of my tail and meant indeed to occupy the argument no longer.
Yes, goodly gear. A sail, a sail.
To a shirt and a smock.
Peter?
Anon.
My fan, Peter.
Good Peter, to hide her face, for her fans the fairer face.
God you good morrow, gentlemen.
Goody, goody.
Is it goody?
'Tis no less, I tell thee. For the bawdy hand of the dial is now upon the prick of noon.
Out upon it, what a man are you?
One gentlewoman that God hath made himself to mar.
By my troth, it is well said. For himself to mar, quotha. Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
I can tell you. But young Romeo will be older when you have found him than he was when you sought him. I am the youngest of that name, for fault of a worse.
You say well.
Yea. Is the worst well? Very well took in faith. Wisely. Wisely.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
She will indict him to some supper.
Aboard! 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 So
thou found?
No hair, sir. Unless a hair, sir, in a Lenten pie that is somewhat stale and hoar ere it be spent. An old hair whore is an old hair whore, and very good meat in Lent. But a hair that is hoar is too much for the score if it whores ere it be spent. Relia, when you come to your father's, we are to dinner thither.
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell. Oh, an old hair whore, an old hair whore.
Very good food in Lent.
I pray, sir, what saucy mutton was this who was so full of his ropery?
A gentleman, nurse, that loves to hear himself talk, and will speak more in a minute than he will stand to in a month.
I'll speak anything against me, I'll take him down and he will lustier than he is, and 20 such checks. And if I cannot, I'll find those that shall. Scurvy knave. I'm none of his flirt gills. I'm none of his skeins, mates. And I will stand by too and suffer every knave to use me at his pleasure.
Oh! I saw no man use you at his pleasure.
If I had, my weapon should quickly have been out. I warrant you, I dare draw soon as another man, if I see occasion in a good quarrel, and the law on my side.
No, afore God, I'm so vexed that every part about me quivers. Scurvy knave. Pray you, sir, a word. And as I told you, my young lady bid me inquire you out. What she bid me say, I will keep to myself. But first, let me tell you. If ye should lead her in a fool's paradise, as they say, it were a very gross kind of behaviour, as they say. For the gentlewoman is young, and therefore if you should deal double with her, truly were an ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, and very weak dealing.
Nurse, commend me to thy lady and mistress. I protest unto thee.
Good heart me faith, I will tell her as much. Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
What wilt thou tell her, nurse? Thou dost not mark me.
I will tell her, sir, that you do protest. Or as I take it, is a gentlemanlike offer.
Bid her devise some means to come to Shrift this afternoon. There she shall, at Friar Lawrence's cell, be shrived and married.
Oh!
Here is for thy pains.
No, truly, sir, not a penny.
Go to, I say you shall.
Oh, this afternoon, sir? Well, she shall be there.
And stay, good nurse, behind the abbey wall. Within this hour my man shall be with thee, and bring thee cords made like a tackled stair, which to the high top gallant of my joy shall be my convoy in the secret night. Farewell, be trusty, and I'll quit thy pains. Farewell, commend me to thy mistress.
No, God in heaven bless thee. Harkee, sir.
What says thou, my dear nurse?
Is your man's secret? Huh? I mean, did you ne'er hear say two may keep counsel, putting one away?
Warrant thee, my man's as true as steel.
Well, sir, my mistress is the sweetest lady. Lord, not when 'twas a little prating thing. Oh, there's a nobleman in town, one Paris, would fain lay knife aboard. But she, good soul, as at least see a toad, as very toad to see him. Yeah, I anger her sometimes and tell her that Paris is the proper man. But I'll warrant you when I say so, she looks as pale as any clout in the versal world. It doth not Rosemary and Romeo begin both with a letter?
Aye, nurse, what of that, both with an R?
Yeah, Mocker. That's the dog's name. R is for the... No, I know it begins with some other letter. She has the prettiest sententious of it, of you and Rosemary. It would do you good to hear it.
Commend me to thy lady.
Aye, 1,000 times. Painter, along. And a pace.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. That's not so. Oh, she is lame. Love's herald should be thoughts, which 10 times faster glides in the sun's beams, driving back shadows of a lowering hills. Therefore do nimble-pinioned doves draw love, and therefore had the wind-swift Cupid wings. Now is the sun upon the highmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 till 12 is 3 long hours, yet she is not come. Had she affections and warm, youthful blood, she would be swift in motion as a ball, My words would bandy her to my sweet love, and his to me. But old folks, many fain as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, and pale as lead. Oh, God, she comes. Oh, honey nurse, what news? Hast thou met with him? Send thy man away.
Peter, stay at the gate.
Now, good sweet nurse. Oh, Lord, why look'st thou sad? Though news be sad, yet tell them merrily. If good, thou shamest the music of sweet news by playing it to me with so sour a face.
I am a-weary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache. What a chance have I.
Would thou hadst my bones and I thy news. Nay, come, I prithee, speak. Good nurse, speak.
Jesu, what haste, can I not stay a while? Do you not see that I'm out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? The excuse that thou dost make in this delay is longer than the tale thou dost excuse. Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that, say either, and I'll stay the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. Is it good or bad?
Well, you've made a simple choice. You don't know how to choose a man. Romeo? No, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, yet his leg excels all men's. And for a hand and a foot and a body, though they be not to be talked on, yet they are past compare. He is not the flower of courtesy, but I'll warrant him as gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, wench, serve God. What, have you dined at home?
No, but all this did I know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Lord, how my head aches. What a head have I. Beats as you would fall in 20 pieces. Oh, my back. T'other side. Oh, my back. Beshrew your heart for sending me around to catch my death with jauncing up and down.
Faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet nurse. Tell me, what says my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a courteous and a kind and a handsome, and I'll warrant a virtuous. Where's your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is within. Where should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
Oh, God's lady dear, are you so hot, Mary? Come up, I trow. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward, do your messages yourself.
Here's such a coil. Come, what says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence' cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Now comes the wanton blood up in your cheeks. They'll be in scarlet straight at any news. Are you to church? I must another way to fetch a ladder, by the which your love must climb a bird's nest soon when it is dark. Oh, I am the drudge and toil in your delight. But you shall bear the burden soon, at night. Go, I'll to dinner. Hie you to the cell.
Hie to high fortune. Honest nurse, farewell.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen. Amen. But come what sorrow can, it cannot countervail the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. Do thou but close our hands with holy words, then love-devouring death do what he dare. It is enough I may but call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die, like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. The sweetest honey is loathsome in his own deliciousness, and in the taste confounds the appetite. Therefore love moderately. Long love doth so, too swift arrives as tardy as too slow. Here comes the lady. Oh, so light a foot will ne'er wear out the everlasting flint. A lover may bestride the gossamer that idles in the wanton summer air, and yet not fall, so light is vanity.
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both.
As much to him, else is his thanks too much.
Ah, Juliet, if the measure of thy joy be heaped like mine, and that thy skill be more to blazon it, then sweeten with thy breath this neighbour air, and let rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness that both receive in either by this dear encounter.
Conceit, more rich in matter than in words, brags of his substance, not of ornament. They are but beggars that can count their worth. But my true love is grown to such excess, I cannot sum up sum of half my wealth.
Come with me, and we will make short work. For by your leaves, ye shall not stay alone, till Holy Church incorporate 2 in 1.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day's hot. The capels are abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. For now, these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Now, I'd like one of those fellows that when he enters upon the confines of the tavern, claps me his sword upon the table and says, God send me no need of thee. And by the operation of the second cup hath drawn him on the drawer, when indeed there is no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Oh, come. Thou art as hot a jack in thy mood as any in Italy. And as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved.
And what two?
Nay, and there were 2 such, there would be none shortly, for one would kill the other. Thou, I don't want to quarrel with a man that hath a hair more or a hair less in his beard than thou hast. Thou wilt quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, having no other reason but that thou hast hazel eyes. And what eye but such an eye would spy out such a quarrel? Thy head is as full of quarrels as an egg is full of meat. And yet thy head has been beaten and as addle as an egg for quarrelling. Thou didst quarrel with a man for coughing in the street because it hath woken thy dog that hath lain asleep in the sun. And didst thou not fall out with a tailor for wearing his new doublet before Easter, and with another for tying his new shoes with old riband? And yet thou wert due to me from quarrelling?
And I was so apt to quarrel as thou wert. Any man should buy the fee simple of my life for an hour and a quarter.
The fee simple. Oh, simple.
By my head, here comes the cabinets.
By my heel, I care not.
Follow me close, for I will speak with him. Gentlemen, good e'en. A word with one of you.
And but one word with one of us? Couple it with something, make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
Could you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort? What, dost thou make minstrels of us? And thou makest minstrels of us look to hear nothing but discords. Here is my fiddlestick. Here's that to make you dance, Zoun's consort.
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw into some private place, or reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes are made to gaze, and let them look. I will not budge for no man's pleasure, I.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man.
I'll be hanged, sir, if you wear your livery. Marry, go before the field, he'll be your follower. Your worship may in that sense call him man.
Romeo! The love I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none. Therefore farewell, I see thou knowst me not.
Boy! This shall not excuse the injuries thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so good Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as mine own, be satisfied.
Dishonorable by our submission. Alice of Carter carries it away. Tybalt! you rat catcher. Will you walk?
What wilt thou have with me?
Good king of cats. Nothing but one of your 9 lives. But I mean to make bold with all as you use me hereafter. Dry beat the rest of the 8. Will you pluck your sword out of his pilcher by the ears? Make haste. And mine be about your ears, ere it be out.
I am for you.
Hey, Timon! Cusio!
Punto reverso.
Meow! Oh, gentle Mercutio, put thy rapier up!
Oh. Come, sir. Your passade.
Go!
Hey!
Drop it! Beat down their weapons! Give it! Drop it, Mario! Beat down their weapons! Gentlemen, for shame! The prince expressly had forbid disbanding in Marine streets! Away!
I'm hurt. Oh, plague burnt our houses. I'm sped. Is he gone and have nothing?
What? Hot temper?
Aye, scratch. Oh, Mary, this is enough. Where's my pain? Go and fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
Ah, tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door. Tis enough. Good sir. Oh, pray on both your houses. Oh, I am Pippin, I warrant, of this world. Ask me tomorrow and you will find me a grave man. Plague on both your houses. Zoons. A dog, a rat, a mouse, a cat. Oh, to scratch a man to death. A braggart, a rogue, a villain that fights by the book of Richard. Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Oh, look, help me into a house. With holy oil, I shall faint. Ah! Oh! God. Oh! does it? They've made worms meat of me. I have it. And signed it too. Oh, your houses.
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, hath got this mortal hurt in my behalf. My reputation stained by Tybalt's slander. Tybalt that an hour hath been my cousin. Oh, sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper softened valor's steel.
Oh, Romeo. Romeo, brave Mercutio, is dead. That gallant spirit hath aspired the clouds which too untimely hurt had scorned the earth.
This day's black fate on more days doth depend. This but begins the woe others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Alive in triumph and Mercutio slain. Away to heaven, respective lenity, and fire-eyed fury be my conduct now. Now, Tybalt, take the villain back again that late thou gavest me. For Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company. Either thou or I or both must go with him. Thou wretched boy that didst consort him here, shalt with him. Hey, this shall determine that.
The citizens are up in Tybalt's cave. Stand not amazed. The prince will doom thee death if thou art taken. Hence, be gone away!
Oh, I am fortune's foe!
Why dost thou stay?
Which way ran he that killed Mercutio? Tybalt that murderer, which way ran he?
There lies that Tybalt.
Up, sir, go with me. I charge you in the prince's name obey.
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
Oh, noble prince, I can discover all the unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There lies the man slain by young Romeo, who slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt! My cousin! Oh, my brother's child! Oh, prince! Oh, cousin, husband! Oh, the blood is spilled of my dear kinsman! Prince, as thou art true, for blood of ours shed blood of Montague! No! Oh, cousin!
Benvolio,
Cousin!
who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, here slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo, who spoke him fair, bid him bethink how nice the quarrel was, and urged with all your high displeasure. All this, uttered with gentle breath, calm look, knees humbly bowed, could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt, deaf to peace, but that he tilts with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast, who all is hot, turns deadly point to point, and with a martial scorn, with one hand beats cold death aside, and with the other sends it back to Tybalt, whose dexterity retorts it. Romeo, he cries aloud, "Hold, friends, friends part!" And swifter than his tongue, his agile arm beats down their fatal points, and twixt them rushes. Underneath whose arm, an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio. And then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but new to entertain revenge, and toot they go like lightning.
for ere I could draw to part them, was stout Tybalt slain. And as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth. Or let Benvolio die.
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. Some 20 of them fought in this black strife, and all that 20 could but kill one life. I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live. No!
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio. Who now the price of this dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes but what the law should end. For life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence.
No!
I have an interest in your hate's proceeding. My blood for your rude brawls doth lie a-bleeding. But I'll amerce you with so strong a fine that you shall all repent the loss of mine. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses. Nor tears nor prayers shall purchase out abuses, therefore use none. But Romeo hence in haste, else when he is found, that hour is his last. Bear hence this body and attend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those that kill.
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, towards Phoebus' lodging. Such a wagoner as Phaeton would whip you to the west and bring in cloudy night immediately. Spread thy close curtain, love, performing night, that runaways' eyes may wink, and Romeo leap to these arms, untalked of and unseen. Lovers concede to do their amorous rites by their own beauties. Or if love be blind, it best agrees with night. Come, civil night, thou sober-suited matron all in black, and learn me how to lose a winning match played for a pair of stainless maidenhoods. Would my unmanned blood baiting in my cheeks with thy black mantle, till strange love grow bold, think true love acted simple modesty. Come, night. Come, Romeo. Come, thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow upon a raven's back. Come, gentle night. Come, loving, black-browed night, give me my Romeo. And when I shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars. And he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh. I have bought the mansion of a love, but not possessed it. And though I am sold, not yet enjoyed, so tedious is this day as is the night before some festival to an impatient child that hath new robes and may not wear them. Oh, here comes my nurse. And she brings news, and every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. Now, nurse, what news? What is thou there? The cords that Romeo bid thee fetch?
Aye, aye, the cords.
I me, what news? Oh, why dost thou wring thy hands?
Oh, where a day, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead. We are undone, lady, we are undone. Alack the day, he's gone, he's killed, he's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Oh, Romeo can, no, heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo, Romeo. Whoever would have thought it, Romeo?
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself? Say thou but I, and that bare vowel I shall poison more than the death-darting eye of cockatrice. I am not I, if there be such an eye, or those eyes shut that make the answer I. If he be slain, say I, or if not, no. brief sounds determine of my weal or woe.
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eyes. God save the mark, here on his manly breast. A piteous course, a bloody piteous course. Pale, pale as ashes, all bedaubed in blood, all in gore blood. I swounded at the sight.
Oh, break my heart. Poor bankrupt, break at once. To prison eyes, their look and liberty. Vile earth to earth resign, and motion here. And thou and Romeo press one heavy bier.
Oh, Tybalt, Tybalt, the best friend I had. Oh, courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman, and ever I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered, and is Tybalt dead? My dearest cousin and my dearer lord. Then dreadful trumpets sound the general doom. For who is living if those two are gone?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh, God. Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did, alas the day it did.
Oh, serpent heart, hid with a flowering face. Did ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend angelical, dove-feathered raven, wolfish ravening lamb, despised substance of diviner show just opposite to what thou justly seemst, a damned saint, an honourable villain. Oh, nature, what hadst thou to do in hell? When thou didst power the spirit of a fiend in mortal paradise of such sweet flesh? Was ever book containing such vile matter so fairly bound? Oh, the deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
There's no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. All perjured, all forsworn, all naught, all dissemblers. Oh, where's my man? Give me some aqua vita. These griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame is a shame to sit. For 'tis a throne where honor may be crowned, sole monarch of the universal earth. Oh, what a beast was I to chide at him.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Ah, poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours' wife, have mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. Back, foolish tears, back to your native spring. Your tributary drops belong to woe, which you mistaking offer up to joy. My husband lives that Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt's dead that would have slain my husband. All this is comfort. Wherefore weep I then? Some word there was worser than Tybalt's death that murdered me. I would forget it fain, but oh, it presses to my memory like damned guilty deeds to sinners' minds. Tybalt is dead, and Romeo banished. Banished, that one word, banished, hath slain 10,000 Tybalts. Tybalt's death was woe enough, if it had ended there. Or if sour woe delights in fellowship and needly will be ranked with other griefs, why followed not when she said, Tybalt's dead, thy father or thy mother, nay, or both, which modern lamentation might have moved. But with the rearward following Tybalt's death, Romeo is banished. To speak that word is father, mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain.
all dead. Romeo is banished. There is no end, no limit, measure, bound in that word's death. No words can that woe sound. Where's my father and my mother, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corse. Will you go to them? I will bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with tears. Mine shall be spent when there's a dry for Romeo's banishment. Take up those cords. Poor ropes. You are beguiled, both you and I, for Romeo is exiled. He made you for a highway to my bed, but I am made die, maiden widowed. Come, cords. Come, nurse. I'll to my wedding bed, and death, not Romeo, take my maidenhead.
Hie to your chamber. I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I wot well where he is. Hark ye, your Romeo will be here at night. On to him. He's hid at Lawrence cell.
Oh, find him, and give this ring to my true knight, and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Romeo, come forth. Come forth, thou fearful man. Affliction is enamoured of thy parts, and thou art wedded to calamity.
Father, what news? What is the prince's doom? What sorrow craves acquaintance at my hand that I yet know not?
Too familiar is my dear son with such sour company. I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom.
What less than doomsday is the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment vanished from his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment? Be merciful, say death. For exile hath more terror in his look, much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Hence banished is banished from the world, and world's exile is death. Then banished is death mistermed. Calling death banished, thou cuts my head off with a golden axe, and smiles upon the stroke that murders me.
Oh, deadly sin! Oh, rude unthankfulness! Thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law, and turned that black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives. And every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing, live here in heaven and may look on her. But Romeo may not. More validity, more honourable state, more courtship lives in carrion flies than Romeo. They may seize on the white wonder of dear Juliet's hand and steal immortal blessings from her lips, who even in pure and vestal modesty still blushes, thinking their own kiss is sin. This may flies do when I from this must fly. And say'st thou yet that exile is not death? But Romeo may not, he is banished. Flies may do this when I from this must fly. They are free men, but I am banished. Hadst thou no poison mixed, no sharp ground knife, no sudden mean of death, though ne'er so mean, but banished to kill me? Banished. Oh, friar, the damned use that word in hell. Howlings attended. How hast thou the heart, being a divine, a ghostly confessor, a sin absolver, and my friend professed, to mangle me with that word? Banished.
Thou fond madman, hear me a little speak.
Oh, thou wilt speak again of banishment.
I'll give thee armour to keep off that word. Adversity's sweet milk, philosophy, to comfort thee though thou art banished.
Yet banished, hang up philosophy. Unless philosophy can make a Juliet, displant a town, reverse a prince's doom, it helps not, it prevails not. Talk no more!
I see that madmen have no ears.
How should they when that wise men have no eyes?
Let me dispute with thee of thy estate.
Thou canst not speak of that thou dost not feel! When thou as young as I, Juliet I love, and Albert married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me banished. Then mightst thou speak, then mightst thou tear thy hair, and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Rise, Will Knox. Good Romeo, hide thyself.
Not I, unless the breath of heart-sick groans mislike and fold me from the search of eyes.
Hark how they knock. Who's there? Romeo, arise, thou wilt be taken. Stay a while. Look, stand up. Run to my study. By and by. Oh, God's will, what simpleness is this? I come. Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me come in and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome, then.
Oh, Holy Friar, oh, tell me, Holy Friar, where's my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There on the ground, with his own tears made drunk.
Oh, he's even in my mistress' case. Just in her case. Oh, woeful sympathy. Piteous predicament. Even so lies she. Blubbering and weeping. Weeping and blubbering. Stand up, stand up. Stand and you be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand. Why should you fall into so deep an hole?
Nurse.
Ah, sir, death's the end of all.
Speak thou of Juliet. How is it with her? Does she not think me an own murderer now that I have stained the childhood of our joy with blood removed but little from her own? Where is she and how does she? And what says my concealed lady to our cancelled love?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps. Now falls on her bed, then starts up and Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
As if that name shot from the deadly level of a gun did murder her. As that name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman. Oh, tell me, friar, tell me in what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me that I may sack the hateful mansion!
Hold thy desperate hand! Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art, thy tears are womanish. Thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Unseemly woman in a seeming man, and ill-beseeming beast in seemings both. Thou hast amazed me. By my holy order, I thought thy disposition better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? And wilt thou slay thyself and slay thy lady that in thy life lives by doing damned hate upon thyself? Why railst thou upon thy birth to heaven and earth? Since birth and heaven and earth, all three do meet in thee at once, which thou at once wouldst lose. Fie, thou shamest thy shape, thy love, thy wit. Just like a usurer aboundst in all, but usest none in that true use indeed which should bedeck thy shape, thy love, thy wit. Thy noble shape is but a form of wax, digressing from the valor of a man. Thy dear love sworn but hollow perjury, killing that love which thou hast vowed to cherish. Thy wit, that ornament to shape and love, misshapen in the conduct of them both, like powder in a skilless soldier's flask, is set afire by thine own ignorance, and thou dismembered with thine own defense. What roused thee, man? Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt will kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy. The law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns it to exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings light upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in a best array. But like a misbehaved and sullen wench, thou pouts upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go get thee to thy love, as was decreed. Ascend her chamber. Hence, and comfort her. But look thou, stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live, till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 20,000,000 times more joy.